reflexes.
Fans of the beloved Zombies franchise have become abuzz since learning about the upcoming Dawn of the Vampires. The next installment might be Disney's movie of the summer as it features a star-studded cast, catchy songs, and a moving narrative. Part of what makes the franchise so popular is the returning characters, who add a layer of familiarity and heart to each film. Addison, in particular, is the face of the Zombies franchise, as she helped integrate Zed and the rest of the zombie kind with Seabrook's community. Addison has always had a personal connection to the monsters in each film, and all signs point to her further involvement with the vampires, the Daywalkers, and the monsters who come after them. In today's video, I'll break down the evidence pointing to her continued connections.
Weird.
Number 1. Monster Sympathizer. From the beginning, Addison has always felt sympathy for the monsters. She grew up in a society that despised them and had systems to keep them separated. In the first film, zombies rarely interacted with humans until Addison met Zed and the pair fell in love. Together, they showed the world that zombies were still people deserving of compassion, ultimately resulting in the full integration of zombies into Seabrook High. After successfully establishing the zombies' place in Seabrook's social structure, it's only natural that Addison begins to view all monsters differently. Although she grew up with specific stories about them or preconditioned beliefs, she has recently learned not to judge a book by its cover, and that she wanted to give other monsters the same opportunities. So she reached out to help the werewolves in Zombies 2. Most people, including Zed, believe the werewolves are dangerous and will only hurt Addison in the long run. Fortunately, Addison doesn't back down amid their warnings and helps the wolves relocate their moonstone, which is necessary for their survival. Zed eventually returns and assists the wolves, pushing their community toward peace once more. However, it's clear that without Addison, these monsters would continue living in the shadows of humanity, incapable of advocating for themselves. Since Addison looks like a normal human, she has the privilege to stand up and speak out, which could save countless monster lives.
We came here to help. Come on, everyone, we got this. Right. Hurry before it's too late.
Number 2. Alien Heritage. One of the most prominent things about Addison that will always connect her to the monsters is that she's one herself. Though a cheerleader and fairly popular, Addison starts to feel out of place in Seabrook during Zombies 3. She doesn't believe she fits in with her peers, and as her senior year draws to a close, the sense of displacement only grows stronger. Desperate to find where she belongs, Addison investigates the monster groups, believing she might belong to one of them, albeit with dormant abilities. However, it's later revealed that Addison belongs to an entirely new group of monsters, aliens. The aliens debut in the third film, and we learn that Addison's grandmother was one of them, making her part human and part alien. She doesn't have much time to explore this new identity before the film ends, so Dawn of the Vampires might have a subplot exploring this facet of Addison's identity, something she could use to strengthen her bond with the vampires or Daywalkers. It's also possible that aliens may have connections to monsters on Earth that we don't know about. For example, the Daywalkers are individuals who control the power of the sun. They can summon their light and use it as a weapon, a source of light, or a means to provide warmth. Controlling the sun's heat is impressive, and given that the sun is a massive star that the Earth depends on, I wouldn't bat an eye if aliens have taken an interest in Daywalkers and their ability to harness its power. If Addison maintains a connection with the aliens she met in the previous movie, she could also act like their agent on Earth, gathering information for them and meeting with people when necessary, allowing aliens and humans to coexist peacefully, like all the monsters who have come before them in Seabrook. I can respect that her mother chose to leave her former life behind and have a fresh start, but Addison cares about her heritage and where she comes from. If her background as an alien could earn her the trust of nervous monsters, then she should use it as a tool to reach common ground with them, be it through conversation or breaking the ice with the most shocking piece of information she has.
Mom, Grandma Angie was an alien.
But that's impossible. Missy, tell her it's impossible.
Number 3. Mentor Role. As we've covered, Addison often takes it upon herself to help monsters find their place within society. She's done so for zombies, werewolves, aliens, and potentially merfolk so far. And it's only a matter of time before she's knocking on the vampires or Daywalkers' doors. Several trailers have revealed key information about the film, including the names and personalities of the vampire Victor and Daywalker Nova. Victor is an outgoing vampire keen on peace, suggesting his kind hash out their differences with their mortal enemies, despite the disapproval from his friends. In contrast, Nova seems like the popular girl among the Daywalkers, the one her peers listen to and depend on when a decision needs to be made. I believe Victor and Nova represent Addison's two conflicting sides of personality. Victor is the part of Addison who feels left out, abandoned, and misplaced. He's a misfit among his peers because of his desire for unity, and his passion for peace personally drives him. While Nova may also want to establish peace between their two kinds, she's less likely to break away from the status quo. She's also popular and at the top of her game. However, it does not look like she's received any repercussions for trying to reconcile with the vampires or working with Addison. From the trailers, we know that Addison, Zed, and their friends find themselves stranded on a road trip gone awry. Instead of searching for a way home, Addison jumps at the chance to stay at Camp Rayburn as a camp counselor. She knows she can help these two groups coexist, and she sees something in Roman and Caden that puts her in a mentorship role for either monster, coaching them through exercises, correcting negative behaviors, and leading their groups. Nova also reminds me of a young Addison, so it's no surprise that she's taken her under her wing. Addison's new role as teen mentor and monster counselor may lead to the profession she didn't know she was looking for.
We come from a town called Seabrook, where all monsters live together in peace.
That is not gonna happen.
Number 4. College Strain. In the third film, Addison and Zed must decide what they want to do with their futures and what those decisions mean for their relationship. As the deadlines for college admissions draw near, Addison starts to spiral, believing she does not belong among her peers and must have connections to one of the monster groups. For most of the film, she spends most of her free time with the werewolves, believing she could be one of them with dormant abilities. While Zed tries to talk her out of the theory, she must learn it by interacting with the wolves and the Moonstone. As it turns out, Addison wasn't a werewolf but something else entirely, which flung her into a sense of existential dread. Learning about her alien heritage in her senior year of high school probably wasn't ideal, as Addison needed to know about her otherworldly family members, her new appearance, and her newfound abilities, while choosing which colleges to apply to. In the trailer for Dawn of the Vampires, we see Addison cheering at Mountain College, where she stands near the bottom of a pyramid with an exhausted smile. I can only judge this scene based on first impressions, but Addison looks exhausted physically and mentally. In the trailer, she mentions how much she has missed her friends, so she might be homesick. It did seem like she needed the vacation Zed proposed, even if crashing his car and becoming stranded isn't what she had in mind. I wouldn't be surprised if the fourth film premieres with multiple plot lines that will combine to make a cohesive story. Addison has struggled with her sense of belonging in the past, and if she doesn't feel fulfilled at college, she may want a new job or a change of scenery. She may find that helping monsters overcome their differences as a camp counselor is a calling, not just a summer job, unlocking a life path where Addison never needs to say goodbye to her friends.
We werewolves so admire your town, and we just came here to join your school.
Undoubtedly, Addison will help bridge the gap between the vampires and Daywalkers. Bringing people together by showing them at their best is her specialty, and she's not the type to give up without achieving success. Although she helped many monsters find homes in Seabrook, working as a counselor at Camp Rayburn may help her discover her true passion, connecting with others, helping them overcome their differences, and reaching their full potential. Addison will surely have a lot to learn during Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires, but she'll also have plenty to teach.
Now everything is just being handed to the werewolves on a silver platter.
Actually, they hate silver.
I'm trying to win an election for my people, for you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
You'll be fine, Winter. I promise. You better be right about this.